Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are back for another figure unboxing video, and today I'm excited. And I say that every video, but I'm really excited for this one. As you can see right here, we have a figure that I know a lot of you have actually been waiting for me to get, and I have been also waiting to get myself because we got the comparison figure, the pair figure a while ago, and we're just now getting this bad boy. That's right, the Dokkan Battle Super Saiyan 4 Goku figure. This guy is really cool, actually. They did a fantastic job with the box art, and the shading looks really good. Now, I will say one thing before we get started that's kind of interesting about this set/line, okay? Because you know I always like to give you a little bit of history. This was from the Dokkan X Ichiban Kuji collab, okay? And this was one of the figures in it. Every figure in there was not necessarily from Dokkan. This was the collab figure, but that was what the whole set was from. I forget what the actual like Kuji set was called besides the Dokkan one, because I think it had a different name. I'll put it up on the screen right here. Regardless though, interestingly enough, when they port these figures over, I mean kinda, but that's like a video game term. When they bring these figures over to the States, right, they make it an overseas version, so obviously it's still made by Bandai since they make the Kuji figures, but it doesn't have the Ichiban Kuji logo on it anywhere, despite it being a Kuji figure, technically. I do really like this box. This is kind of an interesting way of doing this art, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. This on the back is a little bit weird, but it does give a nice representation of the figure. And then this on the side is pretty dope. That giant Dokkan Battle logo, I feel like really brings it all together, which is really cool. And then on the top you have a big 4th Annie logo, which is very nice. On the bottom is just the general stuff. So other thing that's interesting about this, besides the fact that, you know, it's always kind of weird when they have a Kuji figure like this and it doesn't have the Kuji logo on it. The Goku, right, is from Bandai, but the Vegeta is from Banpresto, which is really interesting that they would kind of cross the streams like that, because the Vegeta was just sort of its own standalone thing. Actually, funny enough too, Banpresto is still kind of technically the one, that's why it says it right there, and it doesn't actually say it anywhere else, right? They're more so the people who bring it overseas rather than the creator for the overseas versions of these guys, right? But it is still a little bit weird that Bandai made the Vegeta and, Bandai made the Goku rather, and Banpresto made the Vegeta. I just thought that was kind of a interesting way they decided to do it, because you would think that then in Japan, you know, it'd be a little bit more difficult to get Goku, I guess, or, you know, obviously you could get him in like aftermarket, but I don't know. Just kind of weird that they decided to do it that way, especially since, you know, it's like a pairing thing, and like, oh, let me cut that side. Like they're supposed to go together, because, you know, obviously it's like the Super Saiyan 4 is from Dokkan. I don't know. I just thought it was a little bit weird that they decided to go that route. Not complaining about it. Let's hope, though, that this guy is good, because y'all know how I feel about Bandai figures from the Broly video. Their quality control is kind of poor, and this is sort of what we're going to have to expect from them going forward, considering that they're taking over Banpresto, unfortunately. Alright, so we have another one of these kind of boxes. That one kind of didn't work, but I assume that flap fits in there. We've had a couple like that recently. Let's pull this man out. He is a lot bigger than Vegeta. We are going to compare him to Vegeta later, obviously. Alright, so he already looks pretty good. The face is going to be very important as to how that looks, because sometimes sometimes Bandai be on that whack stuff. So let's hope. We can also kind of compare. I don't think there's going to be any difference really, but the little Dokkan Battle stand that comes with it, that's actually really cool, to be honest with you. I really am glad that they included that. So let's see what we got here. There's the rock stand. That one looks a little bit more shiny than Vegeta's. Interesting. And then we got Goku himself, which we're going to open through this hole right here. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Alright, get my boy out there. So they did do a good job, I will say. It's always nice when they put the head in bubble wrap, because sometimes I feel like the heads really should be bubble wrapped, and they're not, because the head piece is, you know, very spiky, and then it could get, you know, kind of damaged in shipping or whatever, but let's take that off of him. It's always nice when they do this just because it's like, you know, just a little bit of extra protection. It kind of shows that they care a little bit more. Okay, so already first impressions, if I can get the plastic off of him. See, that's the thing, right? It gets like stuck on his spikes on his hair. There we go. So already off the bat, okay, the face is not terrible. I will say it is a little bit weird, like looking at it from that angle. Is that a nick on the eye? That is a nick on the eye. Can the camera pick that up? You can kind of see that little black mark right there. Yeah. The face looks a little bit odd. I do really like the shading though on the fur. I think it looks very nice. They usually do a decent job with Super Saiyan 4 fur. I mean, well, I guess this is technically Bandai, so I guess I can't say the same thing. I do like the shading on the pants. The yellow is nice. The back muscles, his muscles always look pretty good. Blah! His hair sculpt looks pretty good too. This is a little bit of a weird, like, hair kind of sticking out there. But it looks like Super Saiyan 4 Goku hair, which is nice. The face is the only thing that I'm kind of... Let's put him on the stand and then compare him to the box. Is he also going to stretch? Because, like, Vegeta, they kind of had to stretch his feet a little bit. Oh, no? Maybe a little bit? Oh, no, actually, he fits. Maybe? Where's the hole? Or is it just like a weird angle? Yeah, it's just kind of a weird angle. There we go. Alright, cool. There we go. He's on the stand there. Let's go ahead and put his tail in there. Almost put it in like that. Is there a... Yeah, there's a flat side. It's just kind of hard to see. Or a flat or a side, rather. I guess I should say. Is that how that goes in there? No, it doesn't feel right. Hold on. How's the hole look? Yeah, no, that should be... Right? Yeah, there we go. Wonderful. They always do a good job of that too, kind of like making sure that it doesn't look like it's like an extra piece, right? That the tail looks like it came in there. Cool, cool. Alright. So there he is with the tail. That's all put together. Very, very nice. Dokkan Battle logo. Chilling right there. I will say, the face kind of has me a little bit disappointed. I don't know. It like, the chin comes out a little bit too far, which is kind of disappointing. The only nicks and scratches and stuff I see is that one that's on the eye up there that I showed you earlier, but that's kind of back and sort of hidden by the hair, so it's not as big of a deal, and I could probably get it off. Other than that, the only thing is I see a little bit of a red mark on his hand, and not much else. That paint is supposed to be there because like the fur coming through. Yeah, other than that, I don't really see much else wrong with it, so that's good in terms of quality control. Let's go ahead and just look at it. How does he look on the box? So this is another thing too. This was a big problem that a lot of people had with this guy, is that the shading on the figure compared to the box looks like completely different. Like this looks a lot darker, it looks a lot more detailed. It kind of looks like someone went over it with a little bit of like spray, right? And sort of made the shadows a little bit more detailed. And like, because that's the thing, this isn't just like a different camera sort of angle or like lighting. Like even the creases you can see here are darkened, right? It looks like someone took, you know, a small brush and painted in the creases to kind of make it a little bit more detailed. It literally looks like this one YouTuber that I watch. He paints figures, excuse them, to make it look a little bit more like this style actually. But this Goku, the fur, like, obviously the fur sculpt is good on him, but the paint is just, like, a lot more matte red. Funny enough, the pants here kind of look a little bit more like shadows than this one, but definitely the fur has a lot more color detail than it does on this figure. His face certainly looks closer to the actual card than it does here. The face is definitely different. Like, his eye here is a little bit farther up. I think also the yellows of his eyeballs are not the same. The face looks a little bit smaller there, like it kind of looks a little bit longer here. Very interesting. Okay. Well, that is definitely... Yeah, there's even a bigger picture of his face right there. Definitely not the same. Also, I apologize if you can hear that coughing. My mom's coughing downstairs. Anyway, though, yeah, no. Oh, well, there you go. They bamboozle you. Actual size, color, and style may vary. Yeah, Bandai. Can definitely tell that. Alright, well, there he is with the Dokkan Battle stand. which is very nice. It is kind of harder because he's like at a more forward stance, so it's kind of harder to put him there with it, but there you go, there's that. Let's go ahead and grab, where did I put Vegeta? Is he behind me? Yes, he's behind me. There we go. So let's go ahead and grab Vegeta and compare him for a little bit of scale here to Goku. Holy cow. Goku, wow, Goku is a lot taller than my man here. Is this not focusing? Focus, please. I mean, kind of focusing. Yeah, no. Oh, sorry about the finger there. Yeah, Goku's a lot bigger than Vegeta. The angle is really weird. Like, I know that's how it is on the card, but it's still kind of weird that, like, Goku is sort of more front-facing and Vegeta is kind of this, like, sideways way. I don't know. Let's see how does that look. So that's the Goku one. I will actually show you a difference. And then here's the Vegeta one. I think they are literally the same. From what I can tell, they focus, please. No, maybe. You just did it. You were there. Look at Dokkan Battle. Don't you like Dokkan Battle? But yeah, so they look basically the same. This is a Goku one, this is a Vegeta one. No real difference from what I can see. The back does like look maybe a little bit more detailed or something like that, but for the most part, basically the same thing. Oh wait, actually, that's kind of interesting that the bottom is like one solid piece and it's like a hole there. Oh, that has, I think that says, of course it's not focusing now. Here, there we go. Bandai Namco, Bandai Spirits, interesting. So yeah, that's the Goku one. At least you can kind of tell the difference because there is that little bit of a difference. The color is literally the same, so you could kind of just like use either one of these for your display. But, I don't know. I will say, as much as it stinks, considering how exciting the 4th year anniversary is and how much everybody loves these cards, I do think they are a little bit lackluster, to be honest. The Goku does not really, you know, kind of live up to the hype, unfortunately. It's, like, not a bad figure, but the fact that I know they literally say on the box, you know, the color and stuff may vary. We get it. You're cool. Sorry, that was Carl's head. But, like, the shading difference from the original image just is really kind of off-putting, and I know a lot of people were complaining about that when they got it. And the face just looks a little bit jank. Vegeta's face even looks a little bit jank as well. The sculpt on both of them is very nice. Again, and here's the kind of thing, too. Vegeta's almost looks like it has, like, that fur kind of, like, coloring detail, right? Like that more darker spots on there is from paint, right? And the sort of like little shading throughout the paint is there, but Goku's is just matte. So I don't know. Very interesting. His rock is also a little bit more shiny than his. Not that that's a big deal or anything, but anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I did get him for 20 bucks from Tokyo Taco Mode. Of course, I'll put some place in the description below where you can pick him up if you'd like to. I am a little bit disappointed with him. I definitely will say I'm not as hyped as I was when he was announced, which is kind of unfortunate now that I have him in hand. Literally coming off of, you know, Nakazawa, thank you. Nakazawa's grand prize figure to this is a little bit underwhelming. That's not the reason why I'm so sad about it, because I was like last week I filmed it, but I don't know. It's just kind of, not that it's not what I expected considering it's Bandai, but it's just, I don't know. It's a little bit disappointing, I guess, is the bottom line. But it's definitely not a bad figure by any means. It's still very nice to have on the shelf. It's not like, you know, bootleg looking levels of bad. It's just kind of like, just a little bit disappointed. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the Super Saiyan 4 Goku figure in the comments section below. And I will catch you guys in the next one. I will get you out. Peace.